Big news coming out of Meta today. Meta was being sued by every state, basically. Children were being addicted.
This is not meaningful for Meta. The stock went up. The stock was up 5%. We got to talk about Robot Olympics, which I think in my algo is the biggest thing on social media.
A lot of dummy robots too.
And then they had a human fighting a robot and he got his ass beat by the robot. This is fun, but guess what? And then they're going to take all your jobs.
One big piece of retail news, Dick's Sporting Goods reported earnings yesterday. Stock went down almost 30%. Dick's Sporting Goods comp store sales are up 3%. They bought Foot Locker last year for $2.5 billion, thinking like, we're going to take advantage of what we saw with Dick's. The problem is
cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, group chat.
All right, Cathy's, we are back. Another episode of Group Chat. Big news coming out of Meta today. Global news, in fact. Meta was being sued by fucking every state, basically.
Yeah.
And the focus was around how children were being addicted, how, you know, all the issues with childhood usage of social media. And it was a pretty landmark case because I think a lot of people viewed it as like similar to what happened to like big tobacco when they had that, you know, landmark decision back in the day. And, you know, the kind of results of the trial ended today, which is they're writing a check for $17 billion.
Yep.
Which.
So, yeah. So I guess just
that's
there.
one piece.
Just start that point, right? Yeah. You talked to big tobacco, right? What big tobacco got sued for and what they paid was actually meaningful for them. This is not meaningful for Meta. The stock went up.
Yeah.
The stock was up 5%.
Can I tell you, I knew something like this was going to happen. I bought Meta stock.
Yeah.
Because last week, I was like, what are they going to make them pay? $50 billion? In my head, I went and bought Meta stock because I was like, okay, let's just say 50 billion is an obscene amount of money. It unfortunately does not affect, and by the way, they're paying the 17 over 10 years.
Right.
They got like a loan.
Yeah, this is the thing with the courts. This is where the courts and technology are in such a divergent. Like they don't understand. They like the judge probably thought, oh, I'm sticking it to him.
Yeah.
17 billion. They're like, cool, here's a check. Boom, done. It's like the Kramer, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'll just take it.
But, you know, on the flip side of it, the defendants being 50% trial attorneys that are going to take half.
Yeah.
They cleaned up. And then put $8.5 billion to whoever the victims are, or if it's going to organizations, is a meaningful amount of money. So yes, I agree. You need to sue them. I read an article like The Atlantic or one of these, the big tobacco moment, and they said that Meta was going to get sued. The settlement is going to be $1 trillion. And the stock.
That's meaningful.
Okay. But no one's doing that, right?
Right. But like, when do we decide? Like, I don't think this is the thing, right? I don't think people realize in society how much money is being made in technology, right? OpenAI is going to get sued.
Yeah.
Anthropic's going to get sued.
Yeah.
They're all going to get sued. They're going to sell 10, 20, 30 billion. Has no impact on how they operate their business.
Yeah, but
like to my point with Meta, yes, we know all the things they got convicted of, quote unquote, is true.
Yeah.
So you think it's going to change any of their behavior? No.
Well, there is, because they have
2-hour restriction. Okay. How are you going to enforce that?
Well, here's the thing. Something is going to happen. Like if you sign up for a Meta and you have to give proof of, I don't know how it is when kids sign up. I have no idea what the process is if a parent has to approve, but like whatever it is, okay, the fact that the company is now, they're taking out an ad in every newspaper tomorrow because they're saying TikTok should do the same thing. TikTok should also limit usage. And so they said TikTok, Snapchat, everyone, YouTube should fucking limit usage. So the idea is productive pauses, mandatory pauses after 15 minutes of continuous use. And again, it's 60 and 90 minutes to interrupt endless scrolling. Great idea. Nighttime blocks, restricting children's access from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. Great idea. limited school time access for children, eliminating push notifications on weekdays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. during the school year. Robust age assurance measures to more effectively verify the age of young users. And then safer age-appropriate content controls, including stronger safeguards against bullying, content promotion, eating disorders, and content related to suicide and self-harm. Stronger, more user-friendly parental controls, limits on social comparison features, including beauty filters and visible like counts that have been linked to poor mental health and outcomes in kids and teens. So I do think it's going to make an impact. I do think.
Do you really? Like, honestly, do you really?
Yes, 100%. They have the control. Meta has the control to change it.
No, I know they do.
They're going to do it. I'm telling you, and it's going to have a negative impact on their business.
So here's how I think about all these things, right? Like, so I was watching CNBC this morning. There's some Chinese company that apparently was able to hack
everything.
Like everything.
Yeah, Federal Reserve, I saw.
And, you know, someone on CNBC came on, and I actually thought it was one of the more insightful things. They were like, the DOJ's not doing this unless they know that this is a negotiating tactic with China.
Yeah.
Like, they knew this was going on for a long time. They were like, okay, we're leaking this now. So what's the reason? Because Xi is supposed to come next month, right? Yeah. In September. And I almost think it's similar. Like, okay, Meta, we're going to slap you on the wrist. OpenAI and Anthropic will eventually have to pay their fines because their fines will be heavy.
Yeah.
But they also, this is like the circular part of Washington, right? They call it the Potomac two-step. That, okay, we literally fund all you politicians. Yeah. And cool, slap us on the wrist, but we're not solving anything.
Yeah. And I think if we take cigarettes
are available everywhere.
No, but they took away their marketing. They did make it very, very difficult to market cigarettes.
Okay.
I don't know. I know Philip Morris and Altria or whatever, they're all growing because of Zen and other product categories. But in America, you do not see, there's no active marketing. And to be fair, children smoking in America, I have no data, but I bet you it's down.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Like, I bet you the amount, because they moved on to vaping, or they moved on to the other products had to be developed because.
Just get them on the next substance. That's really what it is, right?
Well, but in that case, they're not participating in it, right? Like, Philip Morris is not.
Well, they did. They got Zen.
Yeah, but that's different.
That's like their fastest growing product. They got Juul, which was until it got
shut down. Yeah. Right. But what I'm saying is, like, okay, so then if you consider it a nootropic, right?
Nicotine, yes.
Yes, exactly. So it's not net negative to health compared to what cigarettes were. So the lawsuit did give an outcome of like reduce smoking, a product that solves the whatever void that nicotine gives or smoking gave for people. Zen filled the void in a better alternative than smoking. So my point is that I do believe that these controls that Meta will put for children will have an impact on people 5-10 years from now. Like, when our children get on social media, if you can't go on for more than 15 minutes, you'll never develop the addiction. Yeah. The problem is for people that have already been on it, it's fucking impossible to solve. You'll find the ways to hack around it. But if when you're onboarded onto Instagram as a 12 or 13-year-old and you know these are the rules, or this is how it has to be done, the likelihood of you being addicted to it does go down. It does have a material impact. And I think they're not stupid. They can control that. And they're not saying don't make money, don't do these things. Just like this age group, fucking
just calm down.
Yeah, chill. Here, go. You want to addict the boomers?
Yeah, it's like we know all clubs let under 21-year-olds in. Yeah, just pretend you're checking their ID.
Yeah, but
I would say it's the same thing, right?
No, I mean,
we all got into Vegas clubs at 18.
Yeah, I don't think you can get in this now. Las Vegas clubs at 18 is not like when the IDs are technology now, right? It's not the same. I guarantee you the amount of underage kids at a Vegas nightclub today is less than it was when our age.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you might be right.
They made it hard. There was some friction. And by the way, it didn't affect business.
No, of course not. They're not the spenders.
But that's my point.
And
Meta.
neither are the 14-year-olds.
That's my point. Meta can put the safeguards that will protect children and will not hurt their bottom line.
But so if you think about it differently,
Let them get addicted at 18.
So, TikTok, if you look at all the influencers, and I've been told this by anyone in that world, like like the Kais and the Speed, it's 12 to 14-year-old kids. And
Who are the streamers?
no, who are the audience? They're the ones watching Kai and Speed
On
dance.
streaming.
Yeah. And Twitch, all these.
Yeah.
So, okay, 2 hours from Facebook, and we're not stopping these kids from watching them in all these other platforms, right? Like, and even Mr. Beast, I think we had someone on the pod, I forget, like 18 months ago, who said, yeah, it's 12 to 14-year-olds that watch Mr. Beast.
I know, but I think it's very different. So I would compare watching a streamer to watching television, where social media is so different because it is about garnering attention for yourself. So when you're watching a live streamer, you're watching it as an entertainment piece. There's not this pressure. Like I have plenty of friends who have teenage daughters. They tell me the mean girl shit in high school on social media is crazy. And that is the problem with social media versus the streaming part. Streaming is like you're watching, is it addicting? But it's not ruining your life. Like if you post something on social media and you don't get likes or someone gives you a nasty comment, just think about it as a 14-year-old girl. Like, how does that make you feel? Like that, they know that's the problem.
Got it. So what you're basically saying is what I just described, Mr. Beast, Kai, Speed, all these guys who have billions of views, they're just the equivalent of watching
TV.
Yeah, so
it's like
there's no negative effect because I've seen all their shit.
Yeah,
like it's funny.
Yeah,
it's just fun and it's funny.
But
you're saying that the point is basically the larger point you're saying about the mean girls and Instagram is that it's reinforcing this like negativity in your life.
Yes.
Whereas if you just watch a show, you're watching a show.
Yes, exactly. It's different. It's purely entertainment. Social media, we see it with adults. I have to post this. I have to get likes. It's comments.
Yeah, no. I mean, all of our friends in our 40s are curating posts.
Yes.
Every weekend.
Yeah. A lot of posts.
And they want to make sure their kids look great. Their kids aren't looking like brats.
Yeah.
Like all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like what's there's no difference. So but that's fine. Adult can handle it.
I don't even think adults can handle it.
They're more prepared.
At this point, they can't.
They're more prepared to handle it. Whereas a 14-year-old should not have to go through that. It's like unnecessary social pressure that's put on. You have enough challenges as a teenager. Why the fuck do you want to add social media as a complexity to it? I also do think organically, like as we move to this health and wellness movement in part of the country, in many parts of the country right now, part of health and wellness is mental health and wellness. And mental health and wellness means less screen time. I do think in this new AI era, there will be a revolt against a lot of technology. Will we stop using it? No. But the way we use it, I think will evolve. Like, I think like there's so many like, and trends often start with like the 1%ers. So many 1%ers put their phone away. I fucking can't get a hold of them.
Delete Instagram.
I can't get a hold of them. They're like, oh no, I don't use the phone from 7 to 11. Because they can. No, fuck you. You want to get a hold of me? Figure it out. Like you're not.
But they have the ability because they're already rich.
I know, but my point is where that will trickle down is that like.
But the most successful people respond immediately. Will give you an answer.
But that's business people. Most successful people I know are not business people. Successful means different to different things. I don't think money is the only equivalent of success. If you I'll call our mom. She doesn't pick up in the morning. Why? Because she's gardening. I was gardening. I didn't pick up.
But she'll reach out.
Eventually she'll come. But my point is that like you don't need to be available all the time. And I think that's what you'll see as a revolt. It is cool. Like I think I shared this a few years ago. A friend of mine's son, who's like, I think at the time, probably 12, 13, 14 years old. Maybe he's in high school. I was like, oh, what's like your son's like social media thing? And she's like, he's not on it. And I go, why? He's like, he thinks it's cool to be unavailable because like this era of like sharing.
How old?
14.
So then our niece, who's 18, about to go to college, she has a whole strategy on her whole Instagram.
Yeah.
She explained it to us.
Yeah, but so that's a boy versus girl thing. Maybe she's 18. She didn't do that prior.
Right.
You know,
and I see her posts. They're curated.
Yeah, so
she knows what she's doing. She's trying to. Yeah, she's trying to maximize engagement.
Yeah. But that's an 18-year-old. That is so different than a 14-year-old.
Right.
Right. An 18-year-old who's, by the way, going to the best college in the world. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. She has the mental capacity. She's proven that she's making good decisions. You just can't do that at 14. You don't fucking know. And that's why I think the guardrails that Meta is putting and that I think all platforms should do, and eventually just be banned. Like, we got to get to a point where these kids are just not on the damn platform. Maybe 16, they get a taste of it, like a driver's license, but you don't need to be on it. There's nothing good happening.
Right. No, I agree. Yeah. I'm on board with these kids shouldn't be on it, but they made so much money, and I just don't think it's a large enough fine where it matters for their business.
No, I don't think it matters for them. And that, frankly, I took advantage of that as a.
So 5% on a $1.5 trillion company, like the fine was paid 3x.
Yeah. By the way, you pay the fine over 10 years.
Yeah. So literally, I mean, it'll be up 15, 20%. I think Meta is the best stock on the fucking planet. Yeah. The way it's been punished, to be honest.
Punished. I don't even know why.
Yeah.
The glasses are great.
We got to talk about Robot Olympics, which I think in my algo is the biggest thing on social media.
I see it on X.
Yeah.
So what is it?
So basically in China, they have the Robot Olympics. They had these robots running the 100-meter dash, beat Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
You know, long jump.
A lot of dummy robots too.
And a lot like crash, whatever.
Legs broken.
And I actually thought I saw a clip of Jason Calacanis on his own pod This Week in Startups saying this was the best marketing China could have done. So what China is doing is and I wish I had this take because I thought it was really fucking good.
Yeah.
He's like, you have all these robots in a stadium, like as if it's the Olympics, and you have all these Chinese people, like their population, watching these robots doing these really crazy different things, and everyone's cheering.
Yeah.
So China, what they do, and this is true, because China has like these 20, 30-year plans, which is known, right? Yeah. And it's propaganda. Get your population on board.
Yeah.
Get your population on board.
Make it cool.
Like,
robots
this is so awesome.
Yeah.
These fucking robots are like, even if they crash and burn, it's still funny.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a human.
Yeah.
It's funny if this robot just breaks up and whatever. And his point was like, basically, they're getting their population like to accept that this is it.
Yeah.
This is happening. They're coming. This is fun, but guess what? And then they're going to take all your jobs.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be less pissed when you're like, I had
this is my guy.
Olympics.
This is my guy. He's the fastest robot in the world.
It's a really good take.
It is a good take.
And I really loved it.
What's interesting is like watching, like I watched the clip of one of the sprints. It's genuinely not interesting to me.
It's just funny.
It's funny the first time because the one that ran into the wall, like that's funny. Okay. But like, that's not going to happen that many more times. It's going to be actually great, right?
And then they had a human fighting a robot, and he got his ass beat by the robot. I don't know if you saw that boxing.
Oh yeah.
So they're trying to make it fun, but that is why when we have had these conversations over the last like 3-4 weeks about AI, why people are really scared. Like this is happening.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it fun.
Yeah.
And then there's this company called Skilled AI Labs. I don't know if you saw it.
No.
They posted a 10-minute video yesterday how they were able to teach a robot and iterate how to make great pancakes, how to make your coffee.
Yeah.
And it's incredible.
Yeah, but so I see that and I'm like, that's going to...
You think it's net positive. Like, I don't have to make pancakes anymore.
Okay. Not even just that. Okay. What are some of the biggest challenges in America? Let's, talk about childcare, all of these types of things, right? Like there's, for like a working family, there's not enough time in the day to be, to spend time with your family and be a super mom and go to work. And it's just not. if food and cleaning was taken care of in a cost-efficient manner, and this is what Elon talks about, it's the abundance of time. I'm not worried about money. I'm worried about what happens when all these people have too much time, right? And so I think as a society, we will adapt. I know that everyone is afraid of AI, but like, and this is my counter to all the things. Who do you know that's lost a job because of AI?
Not yet.
Nobody.
I think it's happening. So I remember Angelo was on this pod. He obviously listens.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. It was, I think he was on like 2 years ago, and he had the take, like, I don't think a robot's going to be able to replace your plumber. After what I saw about the pancake robot, he's going to be able to unclog your toilet.
Plumbing is a lot. That particular issue is actually quite hard because, so the toughest parts of robotics is the hand.
You got to watch this video.
I know, but like pancakes and coffee. So like I've seen like the egg robot. I've seen all of them. The intricacies of the hand, that like the movements of fingers is a reason why like there's a limitation in construction. Like
oh yeah, for sure. There's a taste level too. That's the other part that needs to be layered
I'm just saying like there is still like the fingers have to move to get like the details of like plumbing, like cleaning and screwing off and then sticking your hand in. Like there is like
so like at our place we've had enough plumbing issues, and we've had to call to like get someone to fix our toilets, fix our drains. Do I not think a robot's gonna be able to do that in like 18 months as opposed to like 3 people coming and doing it?
I bet you in 18 months, the same plumber's coming to your house.
With the robot.
No, it's going to be a guy. I will bet $1,000 that in
18 months, sure, fine. 3 years.
5 years.
5 years, the robot's coming with the plumber.
No, the robot's in your house.
The plumber's going to tell the robot what to do.
The robot's already in your home. You have a home robot that, does all this shit, but not anytime soon. That's when everyone says you have 18 months. I'm like, what? That's what they said. There was AGI 2 years ago. What, are we here? What happened?
We are here.
Okay.
Sam said it on Time Magazine today.
Okay. Wait, what? I'm biking to fucking work. I can't get away because
you're literally going
backwards.
Yeah.
You're going backwards.
You're like Sandlot.
I have wired headphones. I'm like literally what?
But you got the Meta glasses.
What?
Got the Meta glasses.
I got the Meta glasses. But like, think about it. What are you doing different since AGI?
AGI is just starting. The point is they figured it out and they're slowly releasing it.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
It's kind of like in Seinfeld where he's like, you just a write-off. You just write it off. He goes, where do you write it off? What does it mean? It means nothing. It's AGI at this point. It's unclear. If it's here, it has not changed my life yet.
So I'll tell you an AI company that I met that is
not company. I want to know a use case. Don't tell me about companies. Companies are schmuppies and no one cares. I want to know a use case.
Use case for what?
This big AGI you're talking about.
So I think there's multiple companies working on this. Like, think about this. You have a big movie, Kevin Hart movie, right? And he's filmed his like 6 months of work or whatever for this film.
Yeah.
And you need a reshoot.
Yeah.
You don't need him to show back up.
Okay, great. Who gives a fuck? That's not changing my life. Talk to me. Give me something that's going to give me some AGI.
For you?
You know what I do all day.
Yeah, I do.
Give me an AGI.
He can be a lot funnier on text messages.
Who?
AGI. AG.
You know what I said last night. You think a robot's going to say that?
Smarter.
No, I don't think so. That type of whip. There's no fucking chance a robot can keep up.
There was good banter for sure.
Yes.
I think AGI could not obviously replace the personal connection of that, but the next day, because I'm in a chat with the separate group in the dinner, it's talking about the dinner and the conversation, and AGI could just be like, yeah.
What? like,
because no one's saying anything crazy insightful. It's just recapping what we talked about at dinner. And it was funny and we're all laughing.
But I don't want to talk to AGI. I don't want to talk to him. What's the point? I want to talk to a person. I want to talk to my friends.
What do you want AGI to do?
Yeah. What would be helpful in your daily life?
Oh, respond to every email.
So ChatGPT, I don't know if you saw, they
Yes.
posted today that you can do DMV, all your utility bills and all that.
I'm going to try it. I'm actually going to be one of the idiots that log my personal information to the worst company on earth and give them personal access. I will give them 2 bills to pay. I will try it. I was
So
excited
I'll
about
give
the
you
launch.
my personal use case,
Yeah.
right? Because there's a lot of shit that should be funded for Maverick that isn't.
Yeah.
And it's because we don't.
So you're fighting with
Medi-Cal.
the insurance company.
Medi-Cal.
Yeah.
I have to restart this whole process.
Yeah.
I'm going to just load it up to Claude and be like, fill this all out for me.
Yeah.
And I'll report back and be like, did we get funding or did we not?
Yeah.
I think
That's a good
AI
use
could do
case.
that.
Yeah. I agree with that. I think fighting bills.
because I spent 3 years trying to deal with Medi-Cal. It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's a waste of everyone's time. It's a
Yeah.
waste of anyone's time.
Yeah.
Like
Okay, fine. But that's not like AGI is talking about.
AGI is basically being your friend.
Yeah.
Right. It's singularity. That the whole point is consciousness.
Yeah.
That you can talk to AGI the way you're talking to your coworker or your like. I don't think it replace. I think our friend group is a little above AGI.
Yeah. Everyone's friend group is. No one wants to talk to fucking AGI.
I know. I'm in plenty of tech threads where they're kind of boring. We are too. Like, no one's saying anything funny.
I'm always on fire. I'm wake up in the morning and I am just giving.
There are unique group chats that are very funny.
Maybe my new business will be, I'll be in your group chat. Pay me $200 a month. I'll be in your group chat. I will roast everyone, talk shit to them.
I think that's a good business.
Yeah. Why pay AGI?
Because there's plenty of group chats where everyone's just saying like, "Oh yeah, go
that's
the
cool."
Bills."
I don't think that's happening. I think I'm talking about male group chats. I'm around a lot of people I work with, and I see their text messages just flying in. It's crazy shit people are saying. People are saying crazy shit in that group.
But there's
chats.
plenty that they don't want to. They don't want to say what they actually mean.
I don't know. That's like a very elite group of people that are worried about being tracked. Your average homie doesn't give a fuck.
I think now it's got like, even in our dinner yesterday, like you came in pretty hot and one of our friends in the table was like, wow, if he said that and people recorded him, he'd be canceled.
Or I'd be allotted.
Our hero.
I could be a hero.
That's what I responded with. It's like in 2026, I think he'd be a hero.
Yeah, people are like, man, that's a real man. Probably, you know how that one guy on the plane goes, I want to shake your hand because you got into a fight with them on the plane.
Like saluting you like you're a Marine.
Yeah. I get it. People would walk up to me on the street like a real American, true American. All right, moving on. Speaking of completely useless thoughts out of a useless human being.
Yeah, he's still. Why
Bill
is he
Gates, why is he still penning letters? Shut the fuck up.
He should hide from the authorities at this point.
The guy, I'm so sick of. I used to. Here's a prime example. I thought such the world of Bill Gates post Microsoft, meaning I was like so like blown away that this guy dedicated his life to service and betterment of society. We've talked about it on the pod for years. This guy is calling for a national coordinating of bodies into an internal organization to manage the turbulent transition to the AI era. This is that it's going to cause insane chaos, disruption. I'm like, there's no plan for the social, political, and economic upheaval. Okay. Let's say that's true. I think we all agree that's true. Why write this fucking letter and scare people? You literally are going to get people to stop progress because you then make a plan. Why not instead write, here's my thoughts if I were running the world, but you're not, but here's my thoughts.
So I have a few thoughts on this. First of all, he's the wrong vessel to be saying this message, right? Like Bill Gates, we all know the Epstein stuff. We all know all your transgressions. You built one of the greatest companies of all time. Great. But your second and third acts of life from a personal standpoint have been exposed and no one wants to hear from you.
Yep.
So he should not be the guy saying it. Second, there needs to be people of his stature. It shouldn't be him that are that rich and successful to be able to talk about AI and how it should be balanced in society. Because like we said ad nauseum on the last pod that 70% of the country hates this. So who's the right messenger, right? It's not politicians, because no politician has had a good voice on this. Yeah. It's not going to be Bill Gates. It's not Sam. It's not Dario. So we've eliminated 3 of the most successful tech founders of all time.
The Rock. Well, now Rock's all skinny and has hair. So.
And The Rock's last movie bombed. Moana bombed.
Yeah. So
who is it?
Maybe,
I actually don't know the answer to this question. There needs to be someone.
Maybe it's your buddy AGI.
AGI might need to come in the group chat and call everyone what you called us when you showed up to dinner.
I'm just shocked of the audacity of Bill Gates to write this letter.
He should hide.
Yeah.
The
pitchforks are coming for Bill Gates.
And his daughter.
Yeah.
The pitchforks are coming for his daughter because of him.
Yeah.
Her business, and I've read the details, like it's gray, but they want to go after her because she's Bill Gates' daughter.
Yeah. I just don't at this point. Like when I read the letter, I was like, why don't you give a solution? As opposed to just continue to, like, you're doing what everyone else thinks. Like, you're not reading the room at all. Yeah. And then do you not read the room on how you are perceived in this country? You are not perceived how you were 10 years ago.
Yeah, I think this is also like the problem, right? And it could just be my Twitter because we're in LA, like the Mark Walter, LA Lakers, which is the biggest thing in Los Angeles. And people are like starting to understand how billionaires work, right? And I don't know if he did anything illegal, but what he did, when you read it, it's like, wait, this is how billionaires get to operate?
Yeah, it's like when people found out LeBron got a $300 million loan,
right?
And it was perceived very negatively.
Yeah.
Like, why are we giving this guy $300 million?
What he did was just a financial instrument, which is probably smart if he invested it properly. I have no idea what he did with the $300 million.
If you got a 3% loan, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? But the point is, I think people are starting to realize this is how the ultra elite and wealthy actually get to operate, and no one wants to hear from them anymore.
Yeah.
Right. It's almost similar to no one wants to hear your A-list celebrity on their politics. Like that had a lot of backlash.
Yeah.
Like no one cares about what an A-list celebrity is politics. Now billionaires have to realize no one cares what you think anymore. Yeah. Because people are like, wow, there's all these loopholes. There's all these things that are all legal.
Yeah.
Like what LeBron did was not illegal. It's very legal. Yeah. Right. He borrowed against his future earnings.
Yeah.
But no one wants to know that, oh, wait, he just got 300 million. Like that headline pisses people off.
Well,
because then here's the average like middle class family. Like this guy got 300 million and I'm buying little Timmy $250 LeBron shoes.
Yeah. And I would say differently is that when you actually dig one layer deep and you're like, he gets some low interest $300 million loan and I can't buy a house. And I think the way that money moves when you're at the top is so different that like it's legit like unfair when you look at it from the perspective of like your average W-2 worker in America that, you know, has to get payroll tax and fucking Social Security, and they get this dollar amount at the end of the month, and they're like, oh, this is I can't pay my bills. And then you find out that Mark Walter's taking insurance premiums and buying fucking the Dodgers.
Right.
So they're like, hey, I play by the rules and it ain't working for me.
And then you think about just what's happened in sports franchises in the last 3 weeks, right? You have tech people buying franchises because they realized there's this tax shield.
Yeah.
It's a tax shield, right?
Yeah.
So you have a 15-year ability to hide all your capital gains. Look at the 3 last owners, right? Seahawks, Vinod Khosla owns 5% of OpenAI. Yeah. Kushner, OpenAI, and SpaceX.
Yeah.
The new owner of the Wolves. You think that guy gives a shit about the Wolves?
Yeah.
He's found a Dragoneer.
And I think that's actually what's the most scary part is sports in this country.
I think it's screwed.
It's very sacred. And the beauty of like the Jerry Joneses of the world is
the romanticism of Jerry Jones and Kraft because they cared about their team.
That's all they cared about. They cared about nothing else.
Yeah.
Than the winning and they understood how much winning meant for their city. It dictates the mood of a city.
Of course.
Like, especially once you leave LA, like you leave LA. New York, it matters. But in LA, like sports are wishy-washy.
I mean, just think about the way people in New York were acting. They hadn't won in 53 years. They won.
Yeah.
And it changed the entire city. The economy was booming. The restaurants were booming. The bars were booming. Everything was booming.
Yeah. It's
and
wild.
So, I mean, like to what you're saying is now you have people that are like, oh, this is just a great tax hustle. They're not going to care about this guy who bought the Dragoneer, or the Dragoneer founder.
Yeah.
Why did he buy the Timberwolves? He needed a $4.5 billion tax shield.
Yeah.
That's what he needed.
Yeah.
And this is like an easy option.
Yeah. And that's why I think if you're like the ultra wealthy in this country, you have to maintain a very low profile right now. Shut up and be rich.
Yeah.
Like literally shut up.
And
Stop talking.
Why are they doing the high profile things? That's what is stupid in my opinion. Because none of these things I'm saying are illegal or unethical. Like buying a sports team, this is the law. The law says you can depreciate it and you can hide your taxes.
Yeah. Like,
do it in like, go buy a coal mine. I don't know.
Or you could do it. It's so easy. Buy the Lakers. Make Magic the CEO. Make Shaq the CEO.
Yeah.
Make them the face. Stay in the back. You don't need to be the guy in the front. You give them the money. Get your tax losses. Stay in the back. Go to Minnesota. Make Kevin Garnett the president of the fucking Timberwolves.
Yeah. Fair.
You know, Seahawks. Go get Russell Wilson. He's retired. Make him the
Bobby Wagner. One of those guys.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Pick a guy that the community loves, that is a good spokesperson for the team. You'll get your tax loss, but stay the fuck in the background. That's to me, it's like the technocrat, like they don't understand like the optics, like for the Lakers, literally go get an LA legend. There's a few that you can go put in there that people are going to be like, okay, Magic's there. My guy Magic's there. We'll get his detailed itinerary trip to Capri every summer. Great. On Twitter.
It's the best content of the summer.
He talks about, he loves the game. He's the steward of the game. That's who you need. These guys don't get it.
They don't get it because it's so cheap for them, right? If you go tell Magic, here's $100 million a year. You have to go around and be the face of the Lakers.
Magic, why don't you put 50 mil into this? Put 50 mil. Be a part of it, and then we'll make you the president. And we'll build a great team around you. You know,
it might not be Magic because you did that interview, but anyways, someone, it's only a few people that could.
But I'm just saying, like,
it would have been Kobe if he was alive. Yeah,
but pick an LA legend that like the community represents, and that's it. Move on.
And it's not that hard because I think what these new owners don't understand is their average fan that's actually building their local TV rights, that's building their merch, that's actually driving all the revenue is not who you see on courtside.
Yeah.
And I think when Kobe passed, it was like the most obvious thing. And people's like Brian Windhorst on ESPN says, to this day, he has to record First Take at 4 a.m. He has to show up at ESPN because it records at 7 Pacific. Mm-hmm. And he said there's still to this day in 2026, families at 4 a.m. trying to take pictures with Kobe's monument.
Yeah.
And that's who you need to convince.
Exactly.
Those are the people. Like when Kobe died, you saw how many people showed up at Staples Center that night. There's no game. Yeah. There's nothing going on. Yeah. Thousands of people showed up. Those are the people you have to be like, I feel comfortable that this is my steward.
Yes. And I think that's where the wealthy people in America are not understanding that, like, it's so easy. Like Drama made the point around like, if Anthropic paid for all the parks in America.
Elon, he was saying, same.
Anthropic,
shit.
Elon, all of these guys. Yeah, you want to fucking donate money to like the parks. If everyone who made money off AI improved the local parks and everyone got the state of the art, they were one of the guys that works at Ghost was telling, he grew up in Virginia, and Virginia is like the OG data center location. And it's a very wealthy neighborhood. And because of all the tax revenue from having the data centers there for like 30, 40 years, they have the most insane sports complex that's paid for by the city. soccer, baseball, basketball, tennis, insane complex. In that community, data center is a positive thing.
Right. So like the gold, like youth sports, right, is the biggest thing, right, in the planet. Imagine if every AI company built an IMG and said it's free.
Free.
Data center, you get an IMG.
Free college too. Fucking do the whole thing. Like you could do that. This is where they're not understanding. A little benefit to society. Look, Meta is going to pay this $18 billion. Think about $18 billion. I'm telling you, probably solves the park problem in America.
Yes. Solves the potholes.
Yeah,
for sure.
It solves a lot of problems. Imagine if you just said, you know what? Fuck it. We're not going to market to you. We're going to, instead of paying the speed bump down the road, let's go fucking help society. And that to me is where there's a big disconnect.
There needs to be a czar because they had all the tech people in Washington in this administration, and they figured out how to push through technology, but they didn't figure out the marketing angle.
Yeah,
which I think was the big fail.
Yeah,
of all these like genius people that we all know that went to Washington, but they did the part where this is where people get even angrier. They're like, you guys just made more money.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah,
but like, why didn't you do the second part, which is so cheap? Right?
Yep.
It's so cheap.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Because Anthropic's talking about they can do 30 trillion in revenue. Like, what do you care about 100 billion for parks around the country?
Yeah. Hey, we know that AGI is coming. You should have a nice park to spend time in because you're about to have you're talking about like, what do people do at a time? Make the fucking parks nicer. We'll have something to do with our time.
The bathroom, you're talking about Pan Pacific.
If Anthropic fucking fixed the bathroom at Pan Pacific, I will be the biggest AGI guy.
Yeah. And it's cheap is the point.
Cheap, yes.
It's so cheap.
Yes. These bathrooms need a lot of work. It's a full remodel. And
the robots, you think the robots can fix it?
No. The robots will walk in there and be shocked what they see. And no robots surviving this fucking bathroom at Pan Pacific. I mean, it'll probably just die poison fucking
It'll be
rust.
like the robots that run into the wall.
Yeah. They're just going to kill themselves. One big piece of retail news, Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah.
Reported earnings yesterday. Stock went down almost 30%.
It's a big number.
Okay. I don't know if you read into the details of it. Dick's Sporting Goods comp store sales are up 3%. Foot Locker down. So the Foot Locker issue, it then got, when you dig a layer deeper, is a Nike issue, right? And then I start thinking, and this is like, these are my thoughts around like why that's happening. Have you been to a Dick's recently?
No.
Okay. Dick's Sporting Goods is a family store in the suburbs. That's what Dick's is. They're not in urban locations. They're huge format stores. It's for youth sports. It's for the hunter. It's for the fisherman. It's for the camping guy. It's for like...
It's a like immediate purchases. You know you're going camping. You have to go and...
It's also the audience. It's an upscale store. It's clearly targeting people with money. Because the activities, okay, if you play youth baseball, you have money. You go camping, hiking, you have money. It's targeting like an upper middle class athletic or adventure type person. And so footwear, they have a huge footwear section, but footwear is not the core of what they're selling. It is a part of what they're selling. Tons of apparel, tons of gear. And, you know, part of the youth sports boom, Dick's has benefited the most because that's where everyone is shopping. Foot Locker, when you walk into Foot Locker, if you remember, Foot Locker is rooted in basketball.
Yeah.
Basketball clothing and shoes are not in vogue right now.
Right.
You only wear basketball shoes when you play basketball. Basketball shoes used to be lifestyle shoes. And so House of Hoops, all of these stores that Foot Locker went, and they're only in urban locations. So they're catering to a demographic that's not spending like the way they used to. And then on top of that, the merchandising mix is not relevant. Right? Like that kid or that, you know, person shopping at Foot Locker has found different brands or different product categories. And then Nike is the root of that business. And unfortunately, the product inside these Foot Lockers are so like unfucking wearable. Like if you could go to a Foot Locker tomorrow and not find one thing to buy.
I believe that.
It's very hard to buy something there. And but the same, like, so in where our office is in New York, it's on 42nd and 6th. On 7th and 42nd is Foot Locker and JD Sports. JD Sports, the British retailer that came to America. They're across from each other. They're basically the same type of store. JD Sports assortment of brands versus Foot Locker, it's night and day. And I guarantee you JD Sports in that corner does way better than Foot Locker.
So why did the stock go down 30%?
I think it's...
If you said comp store sales were up.
In Dick's, Foot Locker down.
Got it. So they got punished from Foot Locker.
Yeah, they bought Foot Locker last year for $2.5 billion thinking like, we're going to take advantage of what we saw with Dick's. The problem is the demographic is different. The product assortment is different. And so you have to change what you sell and convince that customer that like this basketball performance category is not relevant. You got to go to running or you got to go to lifestyle. And like,
Walmart was also down, right?
Walmart comp stores were up too. They just warned that like the consumer is feeling pinched. And I think that's really why it went down.
Right. Because I think that was the scary part just from watching all the financial news is that they're like, oh, wait, Walmart missed. I guess they might not even miss, but whatever. Their stock's down.
Yeah.
Dick's is down. Yeah. And people are concerned that this is a persisting problem that's going to, because the whole, every stock is about your future. And it's not about your past. Yeah. What do people think you're going to do in the future? So what Wall Street's telling you is that these companies in the future are going to do less.
Yeah.
Right? It's the reason when software collapsed in the beginning of the year, they're like, oh, AI's here. There's no way you're growing at 60, 70% year over year on revenue. So all of stocks is how they think you're going to do in the future.
Yeah. I think the Walmart's overblown. They're going to be fine. Once inflation comes down, I don't think it's going to matter. Dick's has a Foot Locker problem. They're probably better off just dumping that company.
Sell to bending spoons.
Yeah. Sell to anyone. Just get out of that business. The Dick's Sporting Goods business is going to be on fire for a long time.
I mean, I couldn't believe. So we watched Sandlot over the weekend and Vivian wanted a glove. Yeah. I cannot believe how expensive these gloves are.
Wait till you get to a bat.
We got a bat too. Broke the bank.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like the shit's expensive.
It's so expensive. Yeah.
And so that's why like Dick's is capitalizing on this. And every kid gets the bat and the glove.
Yeah, we got the boat.
You have to get both. And then you have to get balls. And then if she gets into it, you're going to have to get the net. And then you're going to have to get the tee.
Then you have to buy her coach.
Your coach. She's like, there you go. You're at $10,000 a year. And you're not. It is like.
It is insane.
Yeah. It's crazy. But yeah, I think that's why I'm very bullish on Dick's. I'm not so bullish on Foot Locker. I think Foot Locker is going to have a really hard time to turn around their business.
Yeah, they're
Dick's. Just when you walk into Dick's Sporting Goods, they got trading cards. They got Stanley coolers, bog bags. They have everything, like everything to do with like outdoor life. It's available at Dick's. Like it's really fun to go to that store. I don't feel like that when I go to Foot Locker. Foot Locker is messy. It's loud. It's like it doesn't work.
That makes sense.
All right, you wanted to talk crypto.
Crypto, yeah. So if anyone's followed the markets in the last 10 days, crypto's had a pretty big bounce, like 23% in the last like 7 days, I think. And I think everyone who's followed the space has always paired it with growth stocks and risk assets. So, and this was the most confusing part, even for me as someone that is part of the space, when AI was going nuts the first 8 months of the year, when growth stocks were going crazy, crypto just stayed flat.
Yep.
And it was always like everyone thought it was a pair trade. Growth stocks go up, crypto goes up.
Yep.
And then what happened last week was Bessent, our Treasury Secretary, announced a Treasury buyback because there's a structural problem in the American economy right now is that yields are going too high. When yields go too high, everything's uninvestable, right? So if you can get a risk-free rate of like 5.4%, why would you even buy a corporate bond? Why would you buy anything?
Yeah.
Why would you invest in anything?
Yeah, it's free money.
Yeah, like and so they realize a structural problem that when yields get too high, that the rest of the economy is uninvestable.
Yep.
And so Bessent had to basically announce his buyback and the whole point, and then he tripled down in the last like 3 days that we're going to keep going, basically keep yields down.
Yeah.
You can't have the risk-free rate too high because then no one's investing in businesses.
Yeah.
Ventures over, everything's over, right? And crypto bounced. And so now crypto is now, in my opinion, pairing with treasury yields. If treasury yields go lower, crypto goes higher because then you think you get more yield here.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a very big structural change for crypto that it's not AI tech crypto.
It's separated.
It's separated itself where it's really, and it's also great for the asset class that it's pairing with the most important asset in the world, which are U.S. Treasury yields. Yeah. And I thought that was very interesting to see in the last week. And it's the most bullish thing I've seen in a long time because everyone's been shitting on crypto the last couple of years. And I was like, wow, this is interesting that this happened.
That's great. And I also think, I don't know, Scott Bessent to me just feels like a genius. He's
really smart.
He's really smart.
And then Druckenmiller, did you see him?
Yeah,
post?
he went against him, right?
And he did a
post.
Bessent used to work for Druckenmiller.
Oh, so they have some weird beef.
And then Druckenmiller's post was all AI. They deciphered.
Yeah. He didn't even write it.
And then Druckenmiller said, "Of course it's AI. I'm an economist now. I know how technology works."
Yeah.
So he owned it.
Yeah.
I'm a Druckenmiller fan.
Yeah. I
and there's also like a weird take that they're like kind of combining forces. That Bessent and they're obviously homies.
Yeah.
He used to work for him.
Yeah. And so this is just a show.
This is like let's keep this open dialogue going, but we know we're working for the greater good.
Yeah.
I think that was the best take.
That's amazing. Amazing. Well, action packed. We will see you all on Sunday. I think we have one shout out, you said? Yeah. From Vince Olger. D, spot on with the Meta glasses. As a sales guy, I was using AirPods way too much. Glasses are nice to not have something in ear. Be more aware of surroundings for calls and music. There we go. I'm getting that Meta moment. Everyone has a pair, by the way. You don't even realize it. Everyone's bought a pair. I wonder how much they did in Meta. It's like not relevant, obviously, but like
it's more than 18 billion.
Yeah, easy more than 18 billion.
They paid for that fine. With those glasses.
Easy. But it's crazy how many people actually have them. So many people DM me that I got Meta glasses.
Yeah, I need to get some.
Yeah, they're great. All right, we'll see you back here on Sunday.
All right, I wanted to kind of circle back on a topic we talked about with the Clancy case, the mom who's being accused of killing her 3 kids. And I think I've been reached out by a handful of women from the last pod. And I think it's important to know, look, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not part of the criminal investigation in this, but it highlights a thing that women go through after pregnancy and postpartum depression. And it's a serious issue. And I have plenty of friends that have gone through this, and you got to just get help. You have to get medication. And this woman clearly needed it and wasn't given the resources to handle it. And now she's getting accused of murder, which if you go down TikTok, it's unclear. Like, you can make a case that the dad did it. That's not the point of this. The point of this is like highlighting mental health and actually getting people resources for issues that are this serious, because you can get accused of things that you may not have done, and she may have confessed to it, but who knows if she was in the right mind, psychosis, all these different things. So I just wanted to come back and tell the audience that I empathize with what women go through post-pregnancy.